And now the op will come out for zywoo with a great spawn inside of bathrooms. But no opponent.
Junior's op instead sits outside B site. Flash gets him over to playground, so zywoo's potentially got problems to deal with. Of course, we get Apex up on long instead. Flamesy catching a wallbang headshot and spinx contact to connector. 5v3 vitality. Looking like a 5-0. Looking like smooth sailing. Of course, Evil Geniuses, unlike Vitality, I think had a bit more preparation time ahead of the groups. They were in Serbia at a boot camp. At Yanko's new boot camp establishment.
Sorry, is that called Isuba?
No,
right?
no, that's the Serbian team. I believe it's
oh, yeah.
I believe it's ENAT.
Right.
ENAT.
Okay.
European Boot Camping Services. Apex gets a little too adventurous. That'll be one casualty back the way of Vitality. And zywoo's patience to be tested. Contact outside B, no problem. And we're going to get two individuals here from EG, both floating to separate sides of the map. Oh, zywoo just missing this timing by a minute little moment. And he gets around long. Now he's got cover.
Oh, they let
George
him go.
capitalized, because if George gets the kill, knowing exactly where zywoo is, then all of a sudden that A plant can definitely come through. But zywoo's not going to miss that one. Point blank, George takes it. And poor Junior, no chance, has to save the op.
So let's talk about great things about Evil Geniuses, all right? So I would say the thing to watch for sure is that when EG Black were the team, and it wasn't, they hadn't got the move up quite yet.
Magisk looking for a lucky wallbang as Flamesy did yesterday. Yesterday? What? Last round.
Yeah, time moves fast in esports.
It is subjective. Spinx kind of just floating top bathrooms for the moment. We got a good pack of players here from EG, all looking to work behind Junior's AWP.
Yeah, it's like he's like an Agario style snake with everybody behind him. He said, press Z and follow me. I'm going to set this op shot up.
And then the pistols can flood forward, but he's got zywoo to contest with. Ooh, and he lands his shot, but it takes two to kill zywoo. Spinx takes a step outside bathrooms, could have been spotted, definitely was. That's why Junior posts up on the angle. And because Spinx feels squeezed, there's a chance he walks up into the op. But there's also that moment where George can shoot him in the back of the head. Oh, Spinx pressed from three directions. Junior will drop him, but we've got 20 seconds to spare for Evil Geniuses to make this decision, and they're deciding to go back down to that B site, which means Magisk will be given another opportunity to just strike them down, as he has every attempt at this bomb site. Sprays away for two, and Junior doing what he has to open up this round. That's 3 out of Junior, finishing off zywoo with the second shot, looking for the lurker outside Monster, and Junior is looking to strike them down. He's gonna need everything. And they're pressing up. He hears them both. He knows that they're close, but one missed shot gives Vitality all they need.
Oh, that was shaping up to be one hell of a round out of Junior, and you have to appreciate how passive some of the attempts were, how we...
Seeing as we go into that round, talking about the individuals of EG, not quite there yet. A couple shots getting missed. There's a moment, at least a moment, where we see the electricity that Junior can bring in with the op. Guns now around him. And it is Spinx with zywoo just a few feet behind. 2 players layered. And zywoo strikes down George. Ooh. Gets back around into the bathroom's cover. Connector player looks to join him. Apex doesn't want to be that second death here in round 7. And Walco sees a chance to take some space on long.
Wow, they disengaged a little bit, worried about zywoo, but they kind of really needed to finish that one off, I feel like. We'll see where zywoo ends up going. Right now on the outside of bathrooms, they're pulling guard here on long for a second, just in case it's still going to be B. We've seen a late round rotation out of Evil Geniuses already in this half, but at the end of the day, EG still looking for 1 round.
They've got the space to commit to this site if they want it. It's going to be Apex trying to play with the frag timing. Nothing too hefty. Couple of smokes. Apex plays truck. Molly destined for him. This should force him out, and he will drop hexed. Zywoo grabs one over towards bathrooms, dies to Walco, but Apex cleans up inside the bomb site, killing 3 in a gun round.
Wow.
Pistols in play for EG. Zywoo to me is the guy who I feel like he doesn't fall off after player breaks.
One of the greatest.
But in contrast to Magisk and Flamesy at the moment, he's looking pretty human. We all know he is a cyborg at the end of the day, but it's good that he can fool some.
You know what they say, don't win a major too early. Yeah. He's 1 for 1 in major finals. That's a bad sign.
A little creep here from EG through the bathrooms. Junior can just tuck in, doesn't have to show his hand yet. For all Vitality know, they're stationed outside of the B site, but it's going to be 4 through bathrooms, 1 late lurk long. Hope the pistols can close that gap, maybe catch Zywoo on a reload. But now they've been confirmed, and Apex going to farm the free one. No opening on Junior as he activates towards long. It's automatic with the deagle. That's the one that goes well. 2 kills inside sight. This is what they need, EG. At least for the bomb plant. A bit of money, some cash for the final 5 of the half. And George's hands on the A1S. Bomb planted front side sight. It's not a guaranteed retake here for Vitality. They can drop the ball, and damage on Magisk certainly helps. Automatic. Looking for another deagle kill. He who cracked this open to begin with. George has quickly changed into the bath instead. Zywoo's struck down yet another, and George is going to get flanked from the other side of bathrooms. Flamesy is undeniable. He's unkillable. And Vitality to the 10-0 start.
Well, sir, almost has to be. I mean,
George makes it to playground. Could be that fast connector play. We saw the layered setup between Zywoo and spinx previously, but oh man, spinx just they must okay, no, he did turn and check playground as well, so spinx doesn't feel comfortable on the fountain play, but now he's also lost Zywoo, and sure enough, George does come out. 5v3, best chance EG have had so far in this opening map, and it just feels like this has to be the one.
yeah, we'll see what the call is going to be, because EG are not going to be afraid to run it back to B, even though they killed both A players here. Apex, however, maintains a lot of information, being pushed up in bathrooms ahead of these nades. It can be very risky to throw this nade set because, well, I guess, okay, they're worried about the full-on long attack. So yeah, this is EG clearing out the A site, or attracting players to the A site so they can hit B. If they take too long, they're going to lose the timing, however, and Apex still doesn't see anything from the inside of bathrooms.
Now we get that grenade volley down into B instead. We've got double over towards Graffiti. Apex just caught dancing in the bomb site, but there are players here. Magisk takes some damage, dies to automatic. Almost the perfect round from EG, but it's Magisk v5 with 1 dead already. He's done. Junior blows Walco's head off, but sacrifices must be made.
Yes. And I think they took a real vacation. You know, they weren't one of the teams that like overdid it on the boot camp. And talking to Kinder a little bit, he said he liked this move just because changing 1 player out is nice.
Okay.
Change out 2, things can get really crazy on some maps, and there's a lot of more variables to control for. Changing out 1 sort of made sense in his head, but it's not like 1 for 1 on all the spots. But this is a map where almost nothing's changed. We'll see if he's still with the pack on T side, but EG, full kit utility on Junior, round 13. They got a Tech 9 on Walco, but enough util to put together a full exec. And there might be a small timing on long as Apex is jump spotting. And I think he's actually not going to see anything again. Or maybe he did. Zywoo starts running.
Spinx decides he wants a bit more space. 30 on the clock, and Apex into the site. He's had pretty good moments so far this map. Kills here and there. He's in between a whole bunch of players. Another 5 versus 3.
Those flashes are excellent.
Magisk comes out, kills George on site, 20 to the clock. And Magisk still just trying to section off these fights. Wonderfully dodges that player in the back. Zywoo in with one with bomb down in front of him. And now that cross so dangerous with Flamesy nipping at their heels. Zywoo's going to start body bagging players. Junior in the clutch, a 1v1, but no time. And it's that time that decides. Another for Vitality. Junior kills them both, but no plant, no round.
Yeah, the trades work. Or maybe he was setting up his own grenade. I'm not sure. But either way, that's Vitality, 13 rounds. Try to go home early.
Spinx and Zywoo in the driver's seat of round 15. Great flash. Spinx, no chance. And a 5v4 to round out the final of this tease.
He does blind, no info on what else is going on, but the perfect time to jump down for Magisk. He stays alive. He gets a kill. He's looking for a second.
They'll pressure him though with the util. Flamesy here to pick up the slack left by Magisk's death. Good flash support. Solid 2K. And Apex with the frag finds Walco.
God, these flashes are unreal.
Yeah, util's nasty. And Vitality coming out of the player break with no hiccup, no speed bump, no sweat to start on Overpass.
That's a creativity that we are bringing to North America on EG.
Creativity, it's important.
Yeah. 2 rounds away from tragedy, but all great stories start with a comeback. Come on, let's get it together.
See how hard Vitality want to try in this second pistol. Whether they give EG a break or sweat it out for the 16-1.
Magist's POV is already uploaded to 16 channels on YouTube. 22 and 6, mopped him up.
That was straight out of the gate as well. Those like 3 rounds in a row at that B site from EG.
Yeah.
Torn limb from limb. And Vitality picked up those limbs, used them as weapons, and beat them even more with it.
Wow.
Oh, but automatic. Gonna pop Flamesy. We're waiting for his T-side entry fragging. That's supposed to be his specialty, and we'll have to keep waiting for round 17 before we get anything out of him. Automatic on the fallback. Sees a few more. He's got Junior behind him. And now the B player's starting to move up as well. Swarmed. As Magisk looks to continue this tear. 23 and 6.
Oh, that flash is great. But he can't hit the shot, Apex.
No way. Now things get a little dire unless Magisk decides to do it all. Walco's going to end him, and 16-1 is not going to unfold here. It is EG with a breath of fresh air on this CT side.
What's Hex's line? I feel like someone should have given up on utility to put together at least one more rifle in this buy. But at the same time, with the amount of rounds EG have to win to get back into this game, I guess it makes sense. You got to try to build some economy. Great opportunity for Vitality to take 15. 5 AKs in play. Not that many pieces of utility, but they don't necessarily need them.
Yeah, they went hardware over util. Where those SMGs stacked up at the moment. Oof, 2 of them inside of the B site.
Yeah.
Not to mention those grenades as well on B starting to dwindle. And we're going to get a boost put up outside of sight. So Spinx on the top of the pole. Ooh, made sound. They heard that.
Problem is, they have limited ability to rotate around because of the guns they have.
Ooh, Incendiary's properly timed, though, out of Walco. That could get just enough time for Junior to make it downstairs. He picks up an extra flash on the rotation. He has that M4.
Let's see if the heaven smoke comes out.
Flash mid-sight, no contact yet. Magisk looking to tear him up. And it's spinx with first blood on the rotator. So now those MP9s are stuck in water. Walco can only get one. That is all the B defense is able to put up. A single kill on flamez.
Yeah, it was too passive, too curdled behind the site. And with the, you know, MP9s, you've got to compensate one way or the other. If you've got great guns, you can move less. If you have 2 ops, maybe you don't have to do any CT push on the map. If you have 1 op, maybe you want to take control of some part of the map or go for like a double monster push or take short control to support. If you have no ops, then maybe you're pushing 2 things at once. Like you're trying to get some aggression going. If you've got MP9s, I mean, you've got to be coming at them like you're on a full eco, basically, to get enough map control to compensate for your lack of weaponry. Because Vitality, they got enough map control to justify that site hit. Then they smoked off heaven. They had a perfectly clear entry with no one on barrels watching short. And the 2 MP9s cannot support Junior.
No resistance offered there from EG. So we get the all-in on this round. Still hexed on an MP9. Early util damage, that's immense. Georgian hexed on half health with the game, or the first map at the very least on the line. Tough stuff, EG. It was always going to be an uphill battle. We're talking about major champions. Repeat grand finalists as of late. And EG going through some big changes. spinx denied. Walco's point blank FAMAS makes it happen. That's a start and an upgrade. Oh man, they almost both got killed by util just alone.
And so just like on OG, we've got Flames playing with the pack towards A. So we can at least talk about Overpass is just like very comfortable for Flames on both sides compared to his old roles. Other maps will be still up for grabs, and Vitality have been keen to move positions even without roster moves, which was cool to watch. I think it actually ironed out different maps than like Mirage, for example. Okay, Junior,
you saw that.
A whiff, yeah.
Yes.
So he's actually just going to call for a rotation, see if he can cut off anybody else. So
nobody else though. All of Vitality ahead of him already.
He's going to start the flank though.
Automatic. Good double kill. Hexed's flash certainly helps. Apex on the return. He's blind. They still press. And Apex with his double has opened up this bomb site. They can't stop plant. Junior's flank is slowly working forward. And Apex, he's watching that gap, but he steps into his demise. And you've put zywoo, the chosen one, in the middle of a 1v3 to close a map. This is where zywoo shines. This is where you think your comeback can begin until zywoo takes it away, but they've pressed out, they've made sound, he comes at the duel and loses. The AK doesn't bode well for him. George on the defuse, 4 to EG, and they will keep fighting. What?
That was almost a visual glitch. He only took 8 damage.
Yeah. What the hell?
It looked like the right thing happened. It just didn't look right.
Source 2 bugs. Got an issue.
Get a tissue.
Oh, Hex thought he had the timing on the peak, but he goes, oh, back into the flash. Junior's going to catch flamez on the front line. spinx just stuck on a tech at the moment, and we get a quick flurry from EG down to the B site. A completely open. Nothing to be punished up there, as all of Vitality still reside outside of this site. Put zywoo on the front line. He's ready to go. Could throw up a boost while they wait. That applies to both teams. Oof. Apex gets a quick glimpse of it. So EG see one body in short, when reality is zywoo's headhunting. They'll face him, and he'll spray down George. Junior's op shot rings out. Walco shows himself, shuts down all 3 as he turns it back on Magisk. There we go, Walco. Little individual moment coming out of him. Apex with a chance to clutch. Not gonna happen. Automatic takes him out. And EG with 5.
Just this one kid from Boston.
But I respect the ambition. He tried it. And since then, since the failure that it was, objectively, he has reinvented himself. He has gotten better, and he is returning to that level that he first made a name for himself with. But one more round. That's all Vitality need here to stop this little comeback. And with the trade frag coming out of Flamesy, B-site looking tempting. Hext gets one just before Spinx comes out from the monster pipe. And now George on the cross while the fire burns hopes to hold off the hit. And they do stutter for a second here, Vitality, with zywoo, Spinx, and Apex ready to roll into the op scope of Junior. He'll strike down another. And so it's the Frenchman left to clutch. 2v3. Knowing the op is up in heaven.
You should switch to French too.
Automatic. Il cherche la tête de zywoo qui change de position dans l'eau maintenant. Automatique qui reste en haut. Oh, zywoo, il va prendre la première. And a quick change down into the corner. Now they've got this front-facing setup. They can't go anywhere. They just have to hold this off, and they're just going to feed themselves to the Woo, who strikes down 2 already, gets the jump spot out of Junior. It's an attempt, but it's stopped right there. 2 Frenchmen and a Vitality map win. That's what Overpass closes with. The choice of EG does not bode well, and Vertigo is where we'll find all of you after the break.